Welcome back to the One Tile Challenge on Farmlands, guys. I have a little bit of time this morning, so I thought I'd try and get a little part of this episode filmed, even though I don't have time to film the full thing. So it is November, and I really don't have a lot to do, but I have some stuff to do. So what we're going to do first is I am trying to get all of... Ooh, that was a mistake. I mean, I meant to do that. But I just dropped 2 bags of seeds in the tree there. I guess that's what we were intending. No, 2 bags of fertilizer. Oops. I guess that's okay. We will just continue with doing that. So yeah, it was something I wanted to do eventually, was to put fertilizer and seeds and eventually manure in with the apple trees to increase our output. But I guess I'm doing that today, and that'll be fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's just get that done. It wasn't what I intended, but it's what happened. Okay, so now all 3 of them have equal parts. What else do I have? Okay, those are for the horses. I don't need to worry about that. What is that back there? Is that lime? I think that's lime. And I am borrowing the forklift from the shop in order to do this, because why not? Okay, so it looks like I've got no seeds in any of those trees. I may as well go and pick up a couple more bags of seed. And might as well stock everything, you know. One thing I want to say is I've purchased a bag of, or a container of herbicide to put into my greenhouse. Hopefully I have enough to go around for a while. And in our last episode, I was able to pick up a used water container that will actually do milk, slurry, all the things. Yeah. Unfortunately, the shop fork truck cannot lift bags high enough to put on my flatbed, so that's kind of an inconvenience. One I'm just gonna have to deal with, I guess. So what we're gonna do is, I do want to just set this bag down right here. And push it forward and lift it up. Okay, one of the things that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load this pallet of round bale twine onto the flatbed, because I believe I can fit that up there at least. And yeah, alright. Yeah, we're gonna get this up there because I bought it before I sold the round baler, when I decided to go all used equipment, which quite frankly I'm still thinking is probably going to be the biggest detriment to this playthrough for me. Money is no longer my biggest concern when you have to worry about things popping up in used because you can no longer factor in how much money you have to save, and it just really is a pain in the neck. But yeah, I'm gonna run these down. I'll push them into the each one bag into each tree, and yeah, hopefully that buys us a few months, because I'm gonna need to create more money, sadly. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I have to, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to cut the grass because it is fully harvestable right now. But I'm not going to do anything else with it because I don't have a way of picking it up, which I find really inconvenient. And actually, with that in mind, I can speed up time, because what else am I going to do but try to get through this month? And maybe by speeding up time, there are a couple of things in the used market that I want. There's a wagon that I'd like, and there's a because it does auto load, and oh, want to get away from that one. I almost dropped another bag off where I didn't want to. But yeah, I mean, it does auto load, which is kind of a big thing when you don't have a front end loader or anything yet, you know. But yeah, we've got fertilizer in that one. And once I'm able to put straw in, I'll probably just go and buy a bale and just call it good. Get it loaded into the cow bin. Really shouldn't be driving on my onto my wheat here, but I am. Also, in the third installment of the of Rusty Money's playthrough, he actually made a really good point that I completely did not think about, and that is making sure your fields are harvestable. And by that he means small enough, because you don't know what kind of harvester you're going to get, to actually get everything out in a timely manner before it withers. And me just not thinking about that at all. Let me see. So straw, that's 9, that's 5. It's 11. All right, I think I'm just going to buy this one. Hopefully this fork truck can lift it onto my trailer. If it can't, kind of up the creek. Now the water tanker there that I got, it is a large size. I think it holds 14,000 liters, which is great. However, it's not going to be probably enough. Well, it will be enough. I take that back. Oh no, it's not going to lift it at all, is it? Alright, well, do I have... Oh yeah, that's... Thankfully I have the liftable bales mod. That's fine. Alright, so let's strap those down. Let's see if we can't load this up. Alright, thanks. So we've got, a few things to consider. when it comes to our farm. First one is I'm going to need a harvester. I'm also going to need a planter of some variety, a seeder. That's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm not upset that I accidentally dropped all that fertilizer and into the trees. I guess into the apple trees. I guess it's going to have to work out, you guys, because I'm going to need to make more money. And hopefully I can get a harvester that's large enough. If I get a small harvester, I'm going to be kind of up the creek, I think. But one thing I'm going to do is see if I can get this guy. Okay. Yeah, let's load up the herbicide. And when we look at this, we're a little low on seeds. We've got herbicide, we've got everything in there. Alright, so I'm going to unload that. And I do want to try and use this tractor as much as possible. I picked up the John Deere, which, yeah. I am hopeful that this I'm trying to figure out where the straw goes in. It might actually go in to that little barn area. Let's see. Yep, it does. Definitely goes into there. So we are going to hopefully start producing manure in the pit here. Alright. My horses, they have how much food? I want to see before I put this in. So they've got plenty of food for now. So let's just go ahead and put this in our barn. It is a liftable. Alright. I don't know if this is liftable though. Is it? Yeah, it is. How about that? We're just going to put this into this shed here. I need to have something going here, don't I? Actually, let's move this guy into there. Along with moving the water tanker out of the way. I won't need water for a couple of months in anything. I think I'm pretty full. But no sense in not getting this loaded up and filled up. And we can just unhook that. Now, eventually I might have to get rid of the John Deere that I bought used because I need something else. And I'll still have a tractor. So that is something that I'm also keeping into consideration. Let's go ahead, autosave, because that's what I wanted. And let's go ahead, figure out what we can do here. No, I don't have manure. Don't have manure. I have fertilizer. That. All right. And let's go over to this one. I got quite a bit of grass, hay. I would say I don't need to make any more hay. I've got plenty of hay. Alright, let's go ahead and let's get started on this field here. Now, the one reason that I was thinking about doing the grape juice is because, or the grapes is because I can make juice. I can eventually buy the juice outlet. I even thought about doing that today because I can do the same thing with the apples, and I can make extra money by doing that. And so that's definitely on my agenda. Like if I were to create that production, I don't know which one. Which one that is precisely. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get the head row done here, headlands done here, and then let the worker do the up downs, and then I can look. So yeah, let's do it that way. But yeah, I was thinking about getting the to make apple juice and grape juice so that I can sell it. There's, I think, other juices that I can make, maybe raspberry. I'm not sure. I have to double check. But if I can do some juice, I could get an oil factory as well. But that, just to do that for olives doesn't make a lot of sense. I would need to have the one to do corn oil to really make it worthwhile. Problem is it's kind of OP, and really, I'm being honest, it's kind of underpriced. So I could do it, I just don't think I'm going to do it. I don't know, you guys have to tell me what you think, but I definitely think the juice, you know, to make apple juice is fine. I don't feel like it's OP, and I wouldn't sell until the following month anyways. But yeah, I mean, these are just some of the things that I've been considering, been thinking about. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments. Another unfortunate thing is I don't have any way of spreading fertilizer. So, and thankfully it's November, and I don't technically need to worry about that this month at least. But I will be worrying about that, you know, come February when we're looking at, you know, the last month. So I'm hoping that by February I'm able to purchase a small, inexpensive fertilizer spreader. Like I said, all this stuff has to come up in the used market, so that's gonna stay if I can. But luckily, you know, we've got you got a few months to worry about it, you know. And I don't think this episode for the month of November is really going to be all that long. I think, honestly, the month of November is almost done. Actually, as soon as we get the grass mowed, yeah, that's pretty much it. I might have to take care of my horses a little bit, make sure that I ride them and they have their fitness and all that goodness. But yeah, and I did see Zorch commented that horses something that he's gonna start thinking about, and I will tell anybody this, that having horses, they go through quite a bit of hay, but not just that, they also are very labor intensive. I can get an app to do all the management for me, but I'm sorry, not an app, a mod. As you can tell, I'm kind of an old man when I just reference everything as apps. But yeah, I can get a mod to do it for me, but you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, what am I going to do in the winter months? You know, I mean, every month I'm going to struggle to find enough stuff to do, and so my focus is going to be, you know, I'm going to change everything from selling directly to being, I have to take it to the shop to sell. I have to, you know, I'm going to have to avoid the I'm going to have to avoid that type of thing going forward. Well, looks like I missed. I'm going to have to adjust and go back down that one. But yeah, I'm going to have to avoid all of those types of things and do them myself, just so I have enough to do on those months. Which is part of the game, I guess. You want to make sure you have enough to do all months of the year. So I don't want to skip a month because I have nothing to do, you know? I mean, if I do that, I might as well skip a video that week. So yeah, eventually, you know, basically starting in December when we don't have anything else to do, that's when I'm gonna need to start thinking about what I can do. So probably before this month is out, I'm gonna need to change everything to no longer sell directly, and I'm gonna have to start doing that manually. So this is going to be, I think, the last of the headlands. And then I'll go and do that one little strip that I missed. And I'm just going to set the worker loose. Big. Apparently it doesn't really want me to do this. Alright, well, we will run down this one. shut that off so that just so that I can not go too close to the edge. Alright, so let's go ahead and we are going to turn off the headlands, get ourselves a worker. Alright, and then I guess what we can do is, while he's doing that, we can just fill everything. The rest of the way. And then let's look while that's doing that. Alright, so I am looking for a juice mill. Oil mill. Yeah, I have canola. So, I mean, I'd really need to have sunflowers to make that worthwhile. So I could do all three. So they do have a great processing unit. I'd prefer to have... that one's a lot bigger. This is when you know you have just too many stinking mods, you guys. Okay, so that's the potato processing. Another great processor. Do I not have the apple juice? I must not. That's kind of silly of me. I know there was also the corn oil processing, but that is OP'd. Oh, I do have the corn oil, so I might be able to do that one. Oh, there we go. Juice production. I don't have enough money for it, but that one is one I am definitely interested in. So I might do that. I guess I do have enough money, but yeah, that's a possibility. All right, so water, we're doing all right. definitely slow on that one. How much water is in here? And I've also thought about adding some more animals, just because I think it might be fun. Just going just like crazy nuts on you know, the amount of animals we have. Problem being is I've loaded this up with grass. So if I wanted to go and get any milk out of it, they're eating grass, which is really stupid on my part. So I don't know. I might just want to place more cows in there. What do you guys think on that one? I'd actually thought about doing buffalo, but like I said, I don't want to have like a low quality, you know, milk production. I might as well just buy more beef cows. But if I bought the, if I purchased them, you know, they would help eat through all of that. You know? Like right now I've got 25. If I were to buy 25 more, I mean that's a lot of money. If I were to buy there 6 months, 15 Holsteins, I could buy 25 Holsteins. Actually, I could buy 40 Holsteins. They would help eat through that grass and just grow for 10 months. And then I could start putting in hay. But that would also produce more manure. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to buy these. It's 10 grand. And yeah, they're not going to produce a whole lot of anything for me anytime soon. But, oh, can I make the manure distribute? No, I can't. I'm going to have to do that the old-fashioned way. Get a loader. I wonder if I can turn that on, though. Nope. Doesn't seem to want to distribute to it. Alright. Let's see what loaded into. So I am interested in this, even though it's only 3 meters. It's definitely something I'm interested in. But this is what I really want. It's $12,000 though. It's going to take some difficulties figuring that one out. Is this full of water? It's got more than enough. And I'm gonna just kind of speed up time a little bit here. I mean, there's nothing else going on. right now during the day. So I might as well just kind of speed it up a little bit, earn a little bit of cash. Watching my guy mow my grass there, you know. He's got 25. Man. Just going to get these guys all up to 25,000, I think. All right. They're all doing fine now. And we're just setting all these back to storing, because I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. Alright, so I'm going to take the last few minutes and see if we can't get these guys. We're going to take them all for their little daily ride. Apparently, Rusty is at 100%. I must have done this at the end of the other episode. It's been a few days, and sometimes I just can't remember. Alright, where is... There's Rusty. Alright, how's this guy? He's at 100%. So I must have already done all these, you guys. He's at 100%. Goodness. Alright. Well, I guess if they're all at 100%, I could start selling slurry, but I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Not yet. So he is just finishing up on his last swipe here. That is excellent, excellent news. Well, on the bright side, you guys, I don't think that there's going to be any sort of a any sort of reason to do a time lapse on this episode. I mean, it's only 40. Well, it's going to probably be less than 45 minutes. So I'm probably not even going to do a whole lot of editing, you guys. It might just be a simple little posting, which wouldn't that be interesting? Normally I would edit, but I don't know what I'm gonna edit. I'm just gonna make it shorter, which, 45-minute video is not by any means short, but I don't think it's ridiculous though either. Alright, let's get this guy back in. And I would like to point out that, this whole used equipment thing did not come to me on a I mean, I decided to do it on a whim, but it wasn't something that, I thought of. The idea of it was given to me by Dagawin and Chainsaw 100. If you guys have, obviously I'm not going to push another series, but I got it on their used equipment sales series. And that's how I kind of decided that was what we were going to do. And much thanks to those guys. They're just, I can't believe how innovative the whole entire farming simulator community is. There's just so many good ideas out there and so many good content creators. But not to take away from what this playthrough is all about, but I did want to make a quick mention of that because it's not my idea. What in the heck? Apparently I'm stuck on something. I think it's corner post. Ugh. There. Fixed it. Alright. Get that parked. Get this guy parked. Don't tell me I did it again. Judas Priest, Graybeard. You big dum-dum. Alright. Let's get this hooked up. I just want to get stuff out of the way. I'm still bugged on this this trailer. Unfortunately, I can't do anything other than use it as a flatbed. That's kind of annoying me, but yeah, such is life. Alright, let's get this guy parked. Ugh! Parkour! Alright, you guys, well, that is a wrap on this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know what else is spawned, but oh, that's a roller. Interesting, but not necessary. One thing I do like to do at the end of every episode is I do like to roll over into the next month, just to kind of give you an idea of where we are for the following month's money. So let's go ahead and do that. And this way we can start our next month with a new balance and definitely know exactly where we're at All right, well, we made a little bit of money. We have a little bit more money than we started with. That's cool. And let's see. Is there anything in here that we just have to have? There is a homemade disc harrow. Wouldn't that be nice? But the things that we need, I don't see them. Couldn't afford them if we did. But I think this is going to be gone next month, which is unfortunate. So, yeah. All right, it's good to know where we are, though. So, doesn't look like much that we're going to be able to purchase right now. But I do want to say thank you guys for coming along and joining me. Apparently we've got grapes and olives, but I don't see them. Oh, they come out of this, don't they? And we got quite a bit of apples. So our money that we earn is probably just from silage, because we can't. That's all right. These guys are doing all right. We got plenty of grass left. Yeah, that's where we're getting our money from, is our silage. All right. How much manure have we got? Not enough. Okay, guys. We will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Thanks for watching the One Tile Challenge competitive on Farmlands. Peace out.